Hi, and welcome everybody. My name is Del Sim. I'm over here in New York helping out EvoSports Live today. These guys, I think, have just finished a warm up. I'm going to be joined by Patrick Nix as well from EvoSports himself. We'll do a quick sound check and whatever else we need to do. We'll be right back. Thank you. Okay, everyone. So it looks like Oliver RUUGER won the lag and is breaking off. We are here, US Open 10-ball. Been a while since I played 10-ball, but opens up with a dry break. Everyone knows how well Jeff breaks himself, and he was up and at the table like a jackrabbit. So he looks up for this one. As I mentioned earlier, I'll be joined by Patrick Nix from EvoSports. He'll be coming in hopefully in a little while. And Jeffrey wasting no time to put a bit of gear on the ball. He is not afraid.
Good morning, Dell.
Hey, morning. How are you, fella?
I'm doing great. Sorry I'm late.
All right.
Looks like I've got here in time before the first rack is finished, so that was good.
Okay. Perfection, my friend. Yeah. So it was a dry break by Oliver who won the lag, just to catch you up. And
Okay.
Jeffrey just wasted no time going for a clear up, and that was a beautiful shot to even have an attempt at this three. And just refresh me as well, mate. Is this is cool shot, cool pocket, or cool shot, cool safe, or no?
I'm sorry. What was your question?
Is it cool shot, cool safe, or?
Yeah, it's just standard 10-ball rules. So call shot. Early 10s are allowed if called, and 3-foul rule in effect, of course.
Okay. Jeff looks in really good form. I haven't seen him play for a while, but he looks to be cueing the ball as nicely as he has ever.
Yeah, looks like he's had his coffee this morning. This first match of day 2, 11 a.m. here at Las Vegas. And off and running. Yesterday was just kind of a half day to get things started. They just had 1 or 2 rounds yesterday.
Yeah, lovely venue. I've never been to GRIFF'S, but from what I see, it looks fantastic.
Oh yeah, you've got to check out GRIFF'S next time you're in Las Vegas. It is the place to be for pool. So much action in here this week. It's really fun to just hang out and watch all of the action going on. Obviously, a couple of days leading up to this event was really enjoyable for the Railbirds to be here, and Oscar had some good money sets, and Vitali, and lots of good action going on. If you're a fan of the game, this is the place.
I've got a mission to make. I've still never been to Vegas.
Oh no! So you not only have never been to GRIFF'S, you've never been to Las Vegas. Okay,
Never
well
been to
now,
Vegas.
yeah. Okay, well that's a whole nother level. We have to talk, Del.
We'll talk off. Yeah, we'll take this one offline.
Right. All right. So looks like he got a little bit high on this, high and close to this 10-ball, and so he's going to have a reach here, but shouldn't be a problem for DeLuna.
Yeah, he has that long extension that he puts on. He's not the tallest chap, is he? But I've never seen a tall Filipino, have you? Maybe.
Well, there's Robbie Capito is pretty tall. I'll tell you that. He's obviously lives in Hong Kong, but Filipino. So I know a few, but yeah, you're right. For the most part, they are tend to be smaller people.
Pocket rockets, mate. I call them pocket rockets. Love of the game.
Rockets. So, Del, yeah, I appreciate you joining us from your home in New York. My profile there says Paulsville, Washington. That is where I live, but currently I'm in Las Vegas at the venue at GRIFF'S. Thanks everybody for watching. If you're looking for how to find all of the action, that you're watching right now has several live streams on it, and you'll notice that all for the next 2 weeks. Basically, you're just going to non-stop streamed matches on several tables. They have the EvoSports system installed on 6 tables. Post up is here. Melina Mike, Collins Newey doing their thing for table 20, the featured table.
Yeah, plenty. Spoiled for choice, mate, now. Spoiled for choice.
All right, so excellent break. 3 balls down. He's got a little bit of a back cut on the 1. Looks like he can avoid the 7 and come around the 3 ball. How good did he hit it? Perfect.
Yeah, he's gonna have to catch him real soon if Oliver's gonna make any dent in this, because once Jeffrey gets up and running, he's very, very hard to slow down.
Yeah, exactly. An alternate break scenario, you know, if they run up too big of a lead, it just makes it impossible because you know they're going to get some of the break and runs on their breaks, right? So you've got to keep it close to really have a chance in the second half of the match.
Yeah, it's one of those top 5 breakers for me. Sometimes you think he puts too much power and flair into it, but you can't see him off camera when he kind of does his leg flick and almost jumps up on the table.
Right, yes.
Especially for 10 ball. 10 ball is such a powerful break.
And we were hanging out here last night playing some one pocket, and Shane was on a table next to us and just watching his 10 ball break over and over, and I was just amazed at just how often he just gets multiple balls in on the break, and it's incredible the amount of power that he gets into that break. I know many of these top pros have that ability because at their level, the games are mostly won or lost off of that break shot.
Yeah, as this is as well, break and run potentially.
Yeah.
I mean, I think what Shane has done is he's perfected that kind of that pop. Like he just knows the exact speed to hit for a certain table, which is, you know, roughly between, you know, 19 and 22 miles an hour, he said, for a good 10 ball break. But getting that control of that cue ball, I mean, that's what Jeffrey does as well. So I'll be keen to have a look at his break here as well. Or is it alternate break? Sorry.
Yeah, it's interesting that a player would know how many miles per hour their break is. You know, I wonder if that is a tool that they might use during practice. I know there are apps out there where you can measure the break speed of your shot.
Yeah. I think it's a feeling for him. It's an innate feeling, you know, because I couldn't imagine, you know, growing up with that kind of hearing disability. You know, so for him, the feel is all there. I think it's all just natural feel, because you're not listening. You can't, you know, obviously you can use the apps and whatnot, but I think he just has the touch of, like, his timing for me is just ridiculous. That's how he's able to play that way. You can't replicate what Shane does, I don't think.
Right. All right, so let's see Oliver with his break.
Quite flat, wasn't it? Quite flat.
Yeah, it was. And
effective though.
But yeah, it was very effective. I think it was fortunate that he got those balls to trickle in towards the end of that. But yeah, it worked out very, very well. Nice look at the 1, and he should be off and running with this rack. This is one where if you lose the rack, you lost it. It's not that your opponent beat you necessarily. So these are the ones you have to put down.
Yeah, I'd agree with that one, mate. It's just going to settle the nerves as well, really. You can see him taking his time. He knows that he needs to get one on the board pretty quick. Smooth. Very nice. He's had some good results here as well, hasn't he, Oliver? I mean, in previous years that I've seen. A couple of good showings in the 8 ball as well previously. So he's well known here.
Yeah, I have not seen him play 8 ball, but I know that he has done well. And that'll be interesting to see. I think that he is signed up for all of the events here So we've got 10 ball this week. 8 ball starts in a few days. I think.
Needs to get out of the way.
Yeah, I was
Just
looking at
rolling
that. I think, yeah, he was intentionally coming off of the 7, but then I'm like, where is the 7 going to go? Very fortunate that it didn't tie up to the 5 ball there. So he's still in fine shape here. Just come to the other side of the 6. Yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
And you like coming underneath or drawing for the shorter pocket to the top right.
Yeah, I think drawing it over is the move. You know, drawing beyond the middle pocket. I don't think he'll mind the extra distance, honestly.
No.
The good thing is where the 7 is there, you don't want to be straight in. But yeah, he's perfect. He's in great shape.
Nice little angle. All right, I'm just getting my digital pool bracket up here and seeing what's going on. So for anybody that's following along, if you are interested in knowing where the matches are in the bracket, just go to digitalpool.com, type in GRIFF'S US Open. Or really, if you just type in GRIFF'S, you're gonna find it on Digital Pool. This is the 10 ball event, and on that bracket, you'll see live stream links above every single match in the bracket. So those links take you directly to the YouTube channel for GRIFF'S and to those videos that you want to watch.
Yeah, it's so great that you can do this, record over, and then watch it at your leisure. We do love it when people join in live, obviously, but having a free access to stream like this is always fun. Always good.
Yeah, and talking with Brandon, the general manager here, he is not trying to do pay-per-view and try to squeeze $20 out of a viewer to get them because Mark Griffin was all about building the community and increasing the exposure for the game. And although he's not alive to see what's going on here, I think he would be proud of how much exposure the game is getting through this technology. And so that is really the main goal of GRIFF'S with these events, is giving the players an incredible event to play in, but also giving the viewers something special to watch, and not trying to get $20 out of them to watch it. So
fully agreed.
So, but you guys watching, please support the sponsors that you see in the top left corner that rotate through. You've got Predator that sponsors this event. You also have Dr. V's Custom Cues and Chalk, and Post Up, Melina Mike, and Collins Newey at Post Up.
I love those two guys as well. Collins is fantastic at what he does. Obviously, Melina is well known throughout the globe now, you'd say, right? Probably around the world.
Yeah, I think so. With this, as much as he does with Windows Open, and it's kind of the go-to place for pool news. And yeah. I mean, yeah, it is mostly North American, specific, but yes, he does cover major events in other parts of the world, especially the matchroom events.
Do you like drawing this one, Patrick, or do you like going to the rail inside, outside, then down that line?
That is what I like. I think it's just the natural path for the cue ball. You don't have to really do much, but that way right there scares me, because I either I'm not going to draw enough or I'm going to go too far. But if you have good control of your cue ball, it's better to move the cue ball less, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But I like your line, Dell, because it's bringing you in. But there is the chance with your path that your 8 ball is going to be in the way.
Yeah, there is always that. I think I just preferred a little bit less distance, because now, you bring the 10 ball into play. You're going to have to produce, I think, a better shot, to get by the 10 here, or bump another ball. But if you're ever running into the 10 there, it makes that positional play just that little bit more difficult.
I think that he should be able to get around the 10 without hitting it with some.
He can go forward.
Yeah, I think with some outside English, I think that he could get the cue ball to come that way. off of this ball. No, he's going to come full into the 10, just use it.
Wow,
And
what a shot.
10's going
Oh
to
my
sit
gosh.
there by the pocket, so no worry about getting set up for the 10 at the end. That's an automatic. But early 10s are allowed, so we're probably going to see an 8-10 combo to close out the rack, I would assume.
Yeah, or maybe off the 7.
Yeah, maybe a 7-10 combo. You know, either way, yeah, that's.
Oh, got to run it out surely. See, easier off
Yeah.
the 8. I agree with you actually. You know, you could just draw this middle of the table.
Yeah. And another break and run from DeLuna. So again, alternate break. You've got to hold serve against these guys. And so we had 3 break and runs back to back. Jeffrey,
Yeah.
Oliver, and then Jeffrey, right? So that's the level that we're at here.
Super high standard there, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'll give you guys a sorry about that, Del. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was going to give a score update, but why is my bracket not showing? Hold on a second. Oh, because I wasn't on the right thing. Never mind. Go ahead and say what you're going to say because I wasn't ready.
No, I just noticed they were using the tower rack there, and I was trying to play around with the little replay function.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
if we
think
could see Jeff's there.
with some outside English, I think that he could get the cue ball to come that way off of this ball.
Right.
No, he's going to come
Right
full
into
into
the
the 10. Just use it.
Wow. Love that feature.
Yeah, the replay feature is kind of nice if you see a really good shot. So. Yeah, that break is really flat. I'm not sure if he's. Yeah, we definitely wasn't hitting it full power. Look at now, we've got a dry break, the 10 ball over the hole. Was that dry? It was.
I think you have to go for it, don't you?
But the 2's in the way. So are you going to combo the, or are you going to play the 1
play into the rail and then off? Well, sort of like that.
Or you got to play the 1 off the rail. Oh, he's playing
play safe
safe.
anyway.
Yeah, I think you can't really take a lot of risk right there. But he's
left
him the shot.
Worth a stab, right there. That's what I'm saying. He's left it.
Yeah, I would have assumed, if you could play that, 1 into the rail and try to get the 10 and still get safety out of it, that was probably a good shot. But maybe that just wasn't there. But he's left a shot on the 1, and if he makes this, it's a high likelihood that he'll get the 2-9 2-10 combo.
Yeah, I mean, just put all your effort into this one, right? Put all your eggs in the basket.
It really is. And yeah, I think he had to pull the trigger there, and he's not going to get away with it. So DeLuna excited to have this opportunity. Oh, I'm sorry, that was, that was Oliver that missed that. Yeah, so DeLuna's delighted to have this opportunity.
Yeah, I think maybe cue ball just up to around here, perhaps, if he can get there.
Comes around the 2. Oh, look at that, Del. He just went right through your circle.
Damn it. Nearly there.
You got to tell him to try harder.
I haven't missed that once. Don't worry about me.
Well, like we said, these games, like I said before, these games are mostly won or lost off of the break, and that's a perfect example, right? So a dry break, it literally cost him the rack. And yeah, he had a turn at the table after that, but it wasn't a great opportunity.
Yeah, wait for the comparison with Jeff's break, and you'll see that solid pop that he gets off of the head ball. And what he's really looking to do is, if you see the 4 and 5, he's really trying to make those 2 in the side.
Okay, so I'll give a score update on the streaming tables. We've got table 11 is a live stream table on GRIFF'S YouTube channel, GRIFF'S TV. That's Jesus Atencio versus Levan Corteza. They are tied 1-1. On the feature table, which is the post-up Collins Newey and Melina Mike commentating that. Shane Van Boning versus Spencer Ladden. Shane is up 4-1. On table 13, we've got Carlo Beato versus Joseph Krugnail. Carlo's up 3-1 there. All right. Yeah, definitely a huge difference in the two breaking styles and abilities. Is this going to be dry, though?
Yeah, I don't think he got the contact he wanted, because, again, it came off pretty flat again.
I mean, it's got a lot more pop than Oliver's break. So
still not hitting it as hard as I would have expected for Jeff, quite honest.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, that, you know, they're sometimes trying to take a little bit of power off to try to get the two balls that are racked behind the head ball to go towards the side pockets, and sometimes taking a little power off just gets them to go straight to those side pockets.
Yeah, just opting for safety. And the table looks rapid. How quick is it? Both of them have had trouble there, I think, with speed control. And this cuts into the side pocket. Cue ball's going to be running wild a little, though. I wonder if he can potentially hold it or has to come around maybe 2 or 3 rails instead. We'll see. If he can hold.
I'll be right back, Del.
You got it. If he can hold there, if not, come around. Wow, he went the wild route. And he's going to leave himself hampered. Jump cue it is. Quite like this as a little jump. These are the ones now that are available to players with these new jump cues. You know, this used to be unattainable, but it is only over half the ball. Just needs to contact the left side of the 3, so he's not going over the full ball. And this is where players like Fedor, you know, and Shane really changed the game, because they were able to perform this shot instead of kicking one rail at it. I'm a pro jumper. Sorry, I am pro jumping, not a pro jumper. For the game of 9-ball, 10-ball, 8-ball, I just think it makes it way more exciting and adds a different element to it, you know. Just a big, mighty hop there, so it went over the ball completely. Just giving it a little bit too much. Wow. It's a great opportunity for Oliver now. He's going to be aggressive. I think he needs to disturb the 5-6. The 4 is natural from there, so it shouldn't cause too many issues. Would like to heavier bump than that, honestly. And he's quite fortunate he's not hampered by queuing over, so he does have can get a full queue on this. Yeah, I'd have liked to have come over, maybe glanced off the left side or the top side as we look of that 5-ball. Now he's going to have to power up, try and draw this ball all the way back. You see they're queuing up for a deep draw. Doesn't matter if the 6-ball could save him here, so he could draw all the way into the 6, but opting for a tougher 5-ball, so not as much as I would have personally. He's calling it in the side pocket. Interesting. So maybe a 2-way shot here. I think he's doing that so he's able to hold position. Yeah, plays it as a 2-way, and that is a ridiculous off effort at bank. What a shot. I think he focused more on making sure the cue ball was safe. This is a very tough hit, Patrick. Very, very tough.
Yeah, I would say I'm trying to look at how is there even a window to get this.
As a
I mean,
short left-hander, probably not.
yeah, right, because you're jacked up over a ball. Yeah, and you're elevated, left-handed. Yeah, this is just everything is going against you on this one.
He's going to sit up on the table.
Yeah, you almost need to practice some yoga positions to get your body right to be able to do this. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, we're seeing DeLuna yoga here. So if he gets this hit, man, that's it. Yeah, it's very low percentage.
That was so tough.
Yeah, good try. I like the creativity with getting your shoes up on the table, right? I mean, hey, it's a big tournament.
Not Buffalo. Is it Buffalo's down in Louisiana? Is that the place where you're allowed to get on the table?
Yeah, full body is allowed to get on the table. So you'll see, these big guys that are just, crawling around in the middle of the table, trying to shoot over the stack in one pocket. That's fun. It's entertaining to watch that, I think. And it's even more fun to see all of the people in the comments section when somebody posts a picture of that going, hey, that's not legal. Because they don't understand that it's Buffalo's.
Well, that's a place I have been. That's where I first played my very first game of one pocket down there. Many moons ago.
That's a great place to play your first game of one pocket.
Yeah, there was a fella. I think he said, if you can teach me to draw the ball, I'll teach you how to play one pocket. And that was our trade-off. So I ended up shooting with him for half a day. Great opportunity to get himself within 2 of Jeff. I think he really needs to settle himself in. He's looked a bit nervy on the break.
Yeah. So in Oliver's first match, which was yesterday, he defeated Jason Weatherold 9-5. And this is his round 2 match of this tournament. And he's got to fight for any table scraps that are going to be available for him here. Down 4-1 already, going to make it 4-2 it looks like, but and is this one off of Jeff's break?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Jeffrey was dry break, wasn't
he? Yeah. So this is good to steal one off of his break, and then hopefully he can get back in it with a break and run on the next rack. Clean 10 ball and 4-2 now. Oliver to break. And we'll give you some more score updates. Looking at the live scores on Digital Pool. Let's get that zoomed back out. Let's see, what do we have here? Carlo Beato is up 4-2 over Joseph Krugnail. Got Kim Dyer is up 4-3 over Mohammed. SVB up 5-1 over Spencer Ladden. Jeffrey Rhoda is up 6-2 over Frankie Hernandez. Jonathan Pinniger, known as Hennessy, is up 7-1 over Billy Steven. Sean Black is up 7-0 over. I am not sure how to pronounce the name. Makahakavalu Malupo. It says 498. Yeah, it says 498 Fargo in Digital Pool on that one. So not sure who that player is or if that's accurate. All right, Oliver's break. Let's see how good did he hit this one. Not well enough. Dry break. No look at the one for Jeffrey. So that's the only saving grace for Oliver, is that he doesn't have a look at the one. Are you playing push out here, Dell, or do you like somehow attacking the one with a jump shot? And no, there's no way.
No way. I mean, at
So he's
four two up, maybe, but maybe
so
not.
he's letting him see a piece of the one to see if he wants to try to take it, into this four or do something crafty here. I don't think you can give this back.
He just did give it back, I think.
He did give it back. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's
he
what
can't
Jeff
see
saw.
as much
Jeff
of
saw your shot.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't give that back to DeLuna. I think I'd have to take this, because sometimes, yeah, he's got also the backdoor safe, but that was not a backdoor safe. That was all the way safety.
Yeah, 100%.
And that was too easy of a safety to execute to give that back. You just can't do that, in my opinion.
Yeah, you'd call that an error, wouldn't you? Call that an unforced error, I think.
I would. That was a decisional error on Oliver's part. That was too easy of a safety to execute.
Yeah,
He didn't
now
have
he's in
to
a
really
worse
do anything.
position now, right?
Oh, much, much worse. Yeah. I mean, that's goal with push out, right? That's your decision: is do I come back with something better if I give it back, or like you have to calculate those odds, and the odds were very high that he was going to come back to the table with something much worse than what that was.
Yeah, 100%.
Does he have a window?
Full ball, I think. Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I did not see that there was a window there. Oh God. That was very fortunate that there was room between the 9 and 10.
Incredible, really, from there, wasn't it? This is going to be a much better safety as well.
I think
left
so.
in the window? No.
No, there's no window this time.
Yeah, this table looks like it's super quick, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're playing pretty fast. And I think in the desert, dry air and air conditioning and going, it's just tables in this area, I think regionally play a lot faster than where I'm from in the Pacific Northwest, where it's super humid. But yeah, so he's calling the side pocket. Yeah.
This thing coming in there.
Yeah, but I mean, to me, it looks like the 8 ball is right where you need to be coming into the rail. So
that's pretty good. He's pointing to my pot. There you go.
Yeah, he's got his finger right on your. It's almost like he can see what you drew. But
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like he's going to hit this one ball a lot thinner than. To me, it doesn't look like he can get underneath full enough to push it to the side pocket or get a safety out of this. I think he's going to come thin into it off the top of it. Yeah, he did come up thinner than he wanted. Well, he got separation. Yeah.
I believe Oliver's from California, right? Or is he German descent but lives in California? Is that right?
Let me find out.
Yeah. Because RUUGER, or is it RUUGER? RUUGER or RUUGER?
Well, let's give the chat a chance to answer that. I'm sure people in the chat. I see some people rooting for Oliver. Where is he from and currently live?
I do appreciate everyone tuning in. You do get a great selection of matches, so you get to watch your favorite player or someone that you particularly follow. So it's always a good option for that. I love the multiple stream tables. It takes away those arguments as well. People are, I've never on the stream table. You hear those at tournaments all the time.
Yeah, if the
This is
venue
rare.
has if the venue has EvoSports installed on several tables, there's usually you're going to be on a stream table at some point.
It's good. It's good to practice under that pressure too. I think it's an
Yeah,
excellent
you get
way.
the a little extra pressure of people watching at home, and then you also get to watch it back and see how you did and kind of critique yourself. So there's multiple benefits of being on stream. All right, so Oliver's got the look at the one that he's been fighting for a while, but a lot of distance, and he's got to somehow, he's got angle on this, so it's going to bring the cue ball. I wonder if he's going to try to go through the. He's drawing. Just got to. He wants to be out to mid-table after this shot. Yeah, beautiful. Really good stroke there.
The chat's saying Estonia, so got it completely wrong.
He's from Estonia, but Fargo rate says San Francisco, California, so maybe that's where he's currently residing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it has a nice solid stroke. It's fundamentally looks very European, so no doubt he learned back in Europe before moving. It's just the availability. There's no availability for snooker or other games that we're used to playing. It's getting better though. There's some good ones up there in Washington, right? Some snooker halls.
Yeah, there's a couple of good snooker halls in Washington, and as well as there's a private club, and then there's public, which is Ox Billiards in Seattle, which is probably the most well known.
That's right, Ox. That's what I was thinking of.
And then just across the border up in Canada is really where a lot of people go. Canada is a little more popular for snooker. It's more their number one cue sport, I would say.
Yeah, my Commonwealth compadres keeping the game going.
Yeah. And I know where you're from, Dell. There's lots of snooker opportunity.
Loads. Yeah, I grew up playing snooker, so and English pool. There wasn't so much American back in those days. It's getting more popular, which is great. There's some London venues that you're aware of, obviously Spots and Stripes.
Spots and Stripes, yep.
Bringing back the GB9 tour as well. So there's a steady stream of players coming through now that we kind of lost a little bit. We obviously had like Carl Boys, Darren Appleton, Chris Melling. There was no one really coming behind those players. So it kind of died off a bit because there was no availability to play. So yeah, it's much more widely.
I'd like to see that. Yeah, I'd like to see a lot more pool coming out of the UK. I think certainly, yeah, Nigel at Spots and Stripes, shout out to him, doing great things for pool in the London area.
Yeah, especially being that's where Matchroom is based, and a lot of events coming out for those guys. They want something to anchor to, I think.
So this looks a little bit funny to me, Dell. I don't like the position that he got here on the 7. He can't just, the 9 is in the way for, sliding over, stunning over, and the 10 ball looks like it's kind of in the way for going forward. So, and going through the window between the 9-10 is the pocket, right? So he's kind of in a bad spot here.
Might use the 10 ball to come across.
Yeah, I think he's
10.
Yeah. Oh, he could avoid it. Okay.
Oh,
good shot. I was thinking the same as you. I was thinking he would have to go off the 10 to get shape on the 8, which is never ideal. But well done.
Yeah, played it beautifully, didn't he? Played it
really did.
In the end.
Yep. He looks very composed.
Yeah, just like I say. Fundamentally, just very strong, right? He was able to cue back and forth there. You can kind of see it, the cue delivery, the stance, everything.
Yeah, well, one thing I'm noticing about Oliver is he's very consistent with his delivery. It doesn't seem to change from shot to shot. I think from what I've seen so far, where he really needs improvement is that break, that 10-ball break. I think he's got to get that pop break down or getting that going, because he's not getting as many opportunities, but he's doing well in this. Now 4-3. So he's won the last 2 racks. The last time DeLuna broke, he broke dry. So, but you can see the difference in the action on the balls after the break between DeLuna and RUUGER. It's Oliver's breaks are much flatter, not getting the spreads.
No, not at all. I think you'll see, Jeffrey coming under a little bit of heat. I reckon he'll turn up the break on this one, 100%. Especially after that last break dry. I don't think he has dry in his breaking vocabulary, but
Okay. Yeah, watch the look at how low he's getting and the pop that he gets on that cue ball when it hits that head ball.
it's insane, isn't it? There you go. That's the one.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is the one.
See that 5 just float right to the side pocket, right? So he's got the speed down, and if DeLuna gets that speed down, and you're in trouble. Because yeah, he's not hitting at 100%, right? He's hitting that at 70 to 80% power. Because if you hit 100%, you're not getting those balls to go to the side pockets.
I mean, let's just take another look at it. You see there, just again, like you said about that delivery. Beautiful. Look at it, the pop and stop.
Yeah. See that 5 just float right to the side pocket, right? So he's got the speed.
Beautiful.
Down.
Just give me one moment, Patrick. I'll be right back.
Sure. Yes, Tom. We do read the chat. I see a few messages in the chat. Looks like a lot of fans of Oliver. He does not live in San Francisco. Thank you. Just lived there for a bit. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining. Not really a whole lot to do here. Just connect the dots after that break. It's a roadmap. It's a little bit off from where he wanted. I was kind of surprised that he went that route to get on the 8 ball. Looks like he's going to have to play the 8 in the side, come around the 10. 3 rails around for the 9 in the top right corner. And he's come up short, so he's going to have to play another side pocket shot with the 9 ball. Come around for the 10. Use an outside English. Just swing that cue ball around. And all good. Tom in the chat, you're from Washington. All right, cool. Spokane. Yes, I've been to Legacy in Spokane. Shout out to Steve Rejon, great venue owner there at Legacy Pool Hall in Spokane area. Got a ton of diamond tables and lots of good action and leagues and tournaments and all kinds of stuff happening out of Legacy. Shout out. They also have EvoSports on 4 tables, I believe, in there. All right, score updates here. Jeffrey Rhoda up 8-4 over Frankie Hernandez. Hennessy is up 8-2 over Billy Steven. Roland Garcia up 4-2 over Kevin Grosbeck. Jesus Atencio is down to Levan Corteza 4-2. Shane Van Boning up 7-2 over Spencer Ladden. And Carlo Beato up 5-2 over Joseph Crugnell. All of the scores can be found on Digital Pool. So it looks like we might have a little bit of a player break here, I'm thinking. And it looks like Oliver is really trying to get the feel for that. I like what he's doing there and just getting the feel for that break to stroke straight through the ball. I notice a lot of his breaks, the cue is kind of coming up before the follow through is complete, which isn't giving all of the power into the break. So looks like he's kind of experimenting with open bridge versus closed bridge.
Yeah, it's a big part of the game, isn't it? And he's seen, just how effective Jeffrey's been, because every time he's got that pop and made a ball on the break, he's run out.
Yes.
So that's the key. This long race to 9, that's going to be a big deciding factor for me.
Well, he got. Uh-oh. Oof.
Still dry.
So another dry break. Oliver, I mean, he's realizing it, right? That's that's a big disadvantage when you're breaking dry. And he's realizing it that if he wants to have a chance to stay in this, he's got to figure out the break.
Has to. I mean, it's the only way, especially for 10 ball. We've spoken about it at length, but it makes such a difference when you and it's a very controllable break. It's a very controllable outcome, I'll say, because you've got multiple opportunities in that pack to make a certain ball off of the break if you're consistent.
It is very specific. The 10 ball break. Oh, so DeLuna's missed the 2, and now Oliver's got a ball in hand opportunity off of the dry break. So that's a very fortunate situation that he's going to have a chance here. In Europe, 10 ball is not really nearly as popular as 9 ball, right? And so I think a lot of these European players they get very tuned in with the 9 ball break with the 9 on the spot, the matchroom style break from the break box, and that's their go-to. 10 ball is a completely different animal, and the players that are used to competing in North America, they have that 10 ball breakdown pretty good.
Yeah, it's more of a gambling game. If we're ever playing for money, you can control it a bit better. That's 10 ball is always my preference.
That's a good point. Yeah, you rarely see the action matches, the money matches here being 9 ball. They're almost always 10 ball or one pocket. Those 2 games are the money games. Yeah, that's a good point, Dale.
Takes the luck away, doesn't it? I mean, it's a lot of people get mad with slops and whatnot. I'm surprised you could do early 10 ball, but again, I don't really mind that either. But in Europe, we don't play near as much gambling and money matches as you guys. Everyone just plays level and goes at it. Competition. Well, that's loose as well. That's another loose shot.
Yeah, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I think he's just struggled a couple of times. I think, like I said, he's had more unforced errors than Jeff. The scoreline is warranted. It's just if he can tighten that up, I think we'll see a closer game. He knows Jeff's going to be breaking next as well, so really wants to convert his break into a win when it is that alternate format, which is my preference as well. You know, not to say I'm against winner breaks, but I just think it gives both players the opportunity to showcase their skill. Get lucky? No.
Yeah, he got very fortunate there. It was a good hit, but you know that's when you make a good hit, you give yourself a chance to get lucky, right?
So
Okay, so he's calling the side pocket. Get your instant replay button ready. I think, you know, but I think that this is probably going to be more of it's a two-way, right? He's going to keep the cue ball down there by the 6 and try to, right? So
lots of right spin. I mean, didn't go
yeah,
anywhere near the side, but good outcome again.
yeah, I think he
Well,
wanted to come into that a little fuller to kill the cue ball behind the 6, and it would have been beautiful. But this worked out really well as well. So he knew he was getting separation.
I'm going to use my commentator's eye, mate, and say I think he's got a piece of this.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. It is flat on it, so that tells me
Yeah.
he does.
There was a famous, there still is a famous snooker commentator, John Virgo. That was one of his favorite sayings. Commentator's eye.
Use my commentator's eye. It does take a little bit of experience to read the video and be able to see it on a video screen and kind of know how things are laying. In this table, we only have one angle on, so sometimes it's not the best angle. So
you do have the
good
ability
shot.
to switch, though, right? You do have the ability for two if on certain tables, or no?
Oh, sure. Yeah. With EvoSports, they can have as many cameras as they want on a table, but they chose to do more tables instead of more cameras per table. So, it's just kind of a preference for the venue. But
Yeah, I
there's
like
tons
that.
of
I do.
tons of
I like that.
cameras everywhere.
Yeah, I love that overhead as well when you have it on. It's so nice to have the overhead as an option.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like watching the overhead as the only view because I like to see the players' bodies and motions and things that you don't really get to see. You just see their hands, on the overhead. But I like overhead to switch to like in one pocket for certain things to see the stack and see how things can play. And nice shot off of the 9.
Yeah, very big pocket, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he's got that cue all the way down on the rail. Fortunately, the 7 is very manageable, being right next to the pocket there.
Yeah, Jeff's going to look to extend here. 6-3, and with the break, he'll be looking to extend that 7-4. That's going to be a big swing in this match. And just that one error by Oliver getting caught up behind the 10 ball there was enough to cause a problem here.
That was the key. He had the opportunity to have an open look at the rack. I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back in just a couple minutes.
You got it.
Introducing EvoSports, the future of live streaming. It's now easier than ever to stream and share your action. We use the best equipment for high quality HD image. invite a commentator from.
All right, so Jeff's sticking to the same spot. Nice high bridge there, using his elbow to create a little bit of extra elevation there. And you can see striking down, but also quite low. So the timing there is everything. Look at that hop. Ooh, heavy amount of topspin on that ball. And that is a perfect break. Nothing is hampered. Everything connects. 2 to the 3, 3 to the 5, 5 to the 7. I don't see any issues whatsoever here. Yeah, just be careful on the cue ball. And it is a very lively table. Very, very quick indeed. I think he'll make very, very short work of this one. God, he really is a maverick when it comes to the use of side spin. Heavy amount of inside on that one. It does like to play with flair, which is always, you know, as a spectator, first and foremost. You know, I do enjoy watching, you know, flair pull. When we used to play league, we would start a pot for pointless flair of the week. Everyone would put like $5 in, and only if you were winning would you do the pointless flair. And I would call that shot by Jeffrey the pointless flair shot of the week. Again, if it's in your arsenal, why not use it?
All right, I'm back. What did I miss? Oh, wow. I left for like 1 minute. I'm assuming
Yeah.
break and run here.
Full on break and run. Another fantastic break. Very, very top spin heavy from Jeff, but made 2 and 3 balls off the break. And was able to, you know, there was no danger there for him. Just ran through it like butter.
Yeah. And we've seen Oliver kind of making some adjustments mid-match to try to emulate that break or get more action on the break. He has not been successful yet. He's had several dry.
Yeah, like I say, I really, really enjoy it. I mean, when someone's breaking well, your opponent, it's so odd to me that other players don't, you know, move to the same spot or try and emulate. That's something that you don't see a lot in the game. And I actually enjoy it when they do it, because they say obviously imitation is the best form of flattery or whatever, or the cheapest form of flattery. I don't know what the correct phrase is. But in pool, if it's working for your opponent, go for it.
Right.
Everyone just seems stuck in
go.
their ways, don't they?
He got a little more pop into that one. Did not pocket a ball, but I like the action more on that break than previously. But he's going to be stuck behind the 8 on this, I think.
Yeah, you can kind of see, you know, the better spread, you know, just by hitting that with a little bit more pace, a little bit more vigor.
Yeah. So speaking of flattery, Dell, you got a fan in the chat, Jeff Seifert, says Dell is a great commentator. There we go. Maybe you should send him your Cash App for tips.
I enjoy doing this. It's something, you know, as you know, Patrick, it's a nice side hobby for me. If one day that turns into something else, that'd be fantastic. But just great to have the opportunity to come and watch. And I commentate the way that I would like to hear it, as if I was watching. You know what I mean? It's there's many different styles out there.
Exactly. And you're a fan of the game. Okay, he's taken an intentional foul to tie up the 2 ball. And I mean, that's really all he could do there. You know, make the run out harder for Jeff. But Jeff's looking at where he wants to, if he wants to play for bank shape on the 2, you know, he could, you know, try to get the cue ball on that rail down there so that he could have, you know, opportunity to bank the 2 in. Smart from Oliver, you know, he did put it in a place where it's going to be tough to play a safety off the 2, right?
Yeah, I think you're going to see Jeff use low English on this one.
You think he's going to come
low inside or high?
You think he's going to slide it down the rail past the side pocket and pass inside the 3 ball? And
Yeah, I don't
come
like
into
it. I
the
just
come
don't.
into the
I don't
5.
like it much. I don't really like this shot at all. I mean, you
Yeah,
are saved from the scratch, right? But
yeah, I think he's just going to use outside and bring the cue ball down to the bottom rail and play it for. He's hit this quite
that's too
firm.
firm, isn't it?
Yeah, not ideal at all now. So making the intentional foul look a little bit smarter from Oliver.
Yeah, that was always the concern for me. Going, just not using a rail, not taking a rail. That's why I think I would have preferred a little bit of angle. So where he placed the cue, I would have preferred to put the cue ball like here, for instance, and then use it to draw back instead of going straight at it. But again, wisdom from the booth is yeah. I think we're going to see a few touchy shots. Cue ball has to get out of the way here if he's going to try and cause separation.
Guys, if you're in line for the tournament, please have your Fargo reads pulled up for me. If you're from out of town, have your driver's license also.
Well, Tom in the chat says he doesn't like commentary where they try to predict what they're going to do and are wrong about it. Well, you know what? We are fans of the game as commentators. We're also volunteers doing this, not getting paid for it. We're doing it because we love the game, and yeah, we're not pro players. Well, Dell's closer than I am, but it's sort of like, just because it's the way I see it doesn't mean that that's exactly what they're going to do. If you want Jeremy Jones, to teach you a lesson, watch Matchroom and Mosconi Cup. You'll get great, insightful, knowledgeable commentary. What you're getting here is two people that just really love the game and want to hang out with you guys. So,
yeah, amen to that. Yeah, it's a good balance, isn't it? Just between a chat, a story.
yeah.
Some people like to learn while they watch as well. It's what would you do differently? That's why I like Jeremy Jones in particular. He gives you like option 1, 2, and 3. You're like, oh wow.
Yeah, watching Jeremy is like a pool lesson. I mean, listening to Jeremy commentate is like a lesson that you're not paying for. I love it. I'm not trying to give lessons. I'm not trying to be the expert.
No, me neither. I'm taking more of a back seat now. Much more of a back seat.
Yeah.
Oh, needs to avoid the side. Oof.
Yeah, man, that was close. But the thing about commentary is, we could not have commentary, or we could have commentary, and if you don't like it, you can always hit the mute button. Right?
Love him.
Right? Have the option by just turning your volume down.
Or you could go watch, or you could go to Dominic Dunn. Listen to the dungeon.
God.
I've done both.
That
one's wild.
You've been in the dungeon, haven't you?
I have. That's a wild time.
Yeah.
Well, he's got himself back out of trouble, mate. He was very, very fortunate there to stay out in the middle pocket. If that wasn't a diamond, I don't think that would have dropped on most other tables.
Yeah. This shot here is, he's got to be careful. It's very straight on the 5.
I do like going forward.
I was going to say Michael rail first, and that's what he chose to do. Just hit the rail right before the ball, trying to get around the 9.
Had a lot more room for error there, didn't he? A lot more room for error.
You like the bank to the corner, Dell?
I do, yeah, because it causes separation, and then if it does go, you still have the 7.
Right, and if it doesn't, you have a opportunity to make things difficult with that 8 and 9 ball there.
Yeah, definitely. The only thing is when you're playing this bank, you've got to keep control of the cue ball. So many people scratch when they play this type of shot.
He looks like me. Yeah, Looks like he's going all out safety.
Well, at 3-7 down, I think he really needs to try and control the game or control the racks better in his favor, and then just, it's one rack at a time from here, because you really want to keep your opponent off the hill as long as you can, as long as possible. Because once they're on the hill, mentally for you, it's so much tougher to make, give up a mistake. Yeah, I got to the dizzying heights of 700 Fargo, mate. That was my high point.
Congratulations on that.
It just playing
Nice
league pool now, though.
achievement.
It drops down. It drops down significantly when you play league.
Yeah, because you're not typically playing people that are at that higher level, right? So
Exactly.
yeah. So let me just let's see. Let's look at the bracket here. Let's see what else is going on.
Bad miss. Bad miss.
Yeah, that's going to cost him.
I think he's got a bit fortunate. It's fortunate though. I don't think he can see the potting angle for this. So it's going to be a jump shot.
I'm going to use my commentator eye and say I think he does have the potting angle.
Ooh,
but let's see how good
with
your eye might be better.
I think it's a jump.
Yep, you are right.
There we go.
Del, you've got the commentator eye.
That's it, mate. You can coin that one. That's going to be the EvoSports eye, we'll call it. Evo eye, even shorter.
Beautiful jump shot. And perfect shape on the 7.
Got a really nice bump. I think he deserved the bump after that, didn't he?
Yeah, that's the dagger. That's the dagger that you're looking for when you're looking to go on the hill and you pull off that shot.
Yeah, this to get on the hill. I don't think there's any way back for Oliver at this stage.
I would agree with that. An alternate break scenario, you don't get the opportunity. And it looks like we've got on the feature table a nice matchup. Carlo Beato and Fedor Gorst is getting started right now, or they're about to get started. They're scheduled to start on table 20. That's going to be table 20. If you're on GRIFF'S TV YouTube channel, should see a stream that's live for table 20. That's with Collins Newey and Melina Mike from Post Up. That's going to be definitely a good one to watch. So now on this one, the loser of this match is going to go down to, where are they going to go on the bracket?
Yeah. Jesus and Cortez are playing as well at the moment. Another good match on the live stream. It's table 11 of EvoSports. Huge break. And he's going to get fortunate too with a good look at the one ball. I don't see any obstacles here again, right? None.
Yeah. It's just getting the 1 and then getting on the 2, and that's the main shot of this rack. And now it's pretty much connect the dots for Jeffrey. The loser of this, looking to be Oliver, is going to be playing Savannah Easton on the B side next round.
Is there ever a format where it's alternate break up until the player gets on the hill, and then perhaps it goes to winner break from when you're, so you don't get another break, if that makes sense?
I have never seen that format.
That'd be exciting, wouldn't it? Just thinking out loud. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, no, that's good. I like new ideas.
Yeah, I wonder if it'd be a good way for to make a match, seem like it's, even if you're 7-1 down, 8-1 down, if you get all the breaks, money where your mouth is type thing.
For sure. And shout out to the sponsors: Predator, Post Up, Dr. V's Custom. Dr. V, Vernette, I got to meet him. He does all kinds of great work, custom jump cues. He's got chalk holders, tips, does everything. So check out Dr. B's custom shop. They're going to end the stream